All right, welcome back. We are now inside Niswonger Children's Hospital. Literally just minutes ago, the news conference ended, and we are going to bring everybody up to speed here. We've got Alan Levine here with us, as well as Lisa Carter. And Alan, let's start with you. Obviously, a huge announcement, another expansion. Last year, of course, the Children's Network, and now this year, another big announcement.
Yeah, we're excited to announce today the public phase of a campaign to raise $30 million to help fund this expansion of the Niswonger Regional Perinatal Center and neonatal and perinatal services, as well as the Center for Pediatric Specialties here, as well as to help support all of those outreach programs that we're doing throughout the region for children under the Niswonger Children's Network. It was a huge announcement. The J.D. Niswonger family has donated $7 million. Today, Scott Niswonger announced he and Nikki are donating another $1 million on top of their initial contributions, and of course the Eastman Credit Union gave $1 million. And of course the best contributions are always the ones when these kids come in with their jars full of change.
Yes.
And it's just heartwarming to see such support for this really important network of services for children.
And of course, last year, this is such a continuation because a big announcement last year as well. And I know to see all these people stepping up and to hear these numbers and to know where that money is going, and I know near and dear to your heart.
Oh, absolutely. You know, last year we talked about the Niswonger Children's Network and what that means to the region. We opened up a Children's Resource Center up at Johnston Memorial Hospital in Abingdon. We're right now developing a complex care program for kids that will serve the entire region with a hub in Abingdon as well. And so that was a true regional effort of what we wanted to do for children and families. And this really is just the next phase of expansion of the hospital to make sure we have necessary services here in an environment where families can come and it's a family-centered place to provide the care.
And it seems like right now, too, just the momentum of the community and hearing these projects and these investments into our children and like even the programs before birth now, really focusing on the whole family.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, we want to make sure we're serving children with the best possible medical care we can give, but we also know that when children come to the hospital, we have to serve families as well. And that's vitally important with this expansion, is creating an environment where we can better serve families.
And of course, over the next couple of days is the community's chance to really step up, and so many businesses doing what they can, families doing what they can. You mentioned children coming in. What's that like when we see patients like Hadley, who we just talked to, saying this hospital is just a miracle place?
That should be more cherished than an innocent child, right? And you really can tell what the heart of a community is by how they treat their children. And it's always heartwarming to see the support from throughout the region for the services and the care that is provided in this hospital and throughout the region. You know, you go watch a nurse or a doctor who deals with a sick child. It's truly compelling and inspiring to see their training and their compassion come together, all for the purpose of giving a child some joy during a particularly vulnerable time.
And of course, we talked about Child Life Services and just the important role that they play. And when we got to talk to Hadley, just the way she explains everything, you can tell she's been treated by nurses with such compassion and understanding. And of course, it's really what it's all about here.
Oh, for sure. You know, we have team members who are specially trained to take care of children, who can speak in language they understand, who meet them at their developmental level. And so it becomes not so scary. And not only that, the people in this building actually become a part of their family. And that is so, so important and honestly indicative of what this region is. It is a truly community that is so family focused and oriented, and we're so blessed and thankful to be a part of that when people need us the most.
And of course, the Radiothon has become such a tradition over the last 10 years, and really a celebration of how far the journey and where we've come. What's it like today, seeing everyone, and especially with, you know, the way the last 2 years have been, but yet continuing to have that progress being made?
Well, I don't want to embarrass him, but I use an example of Hudson Dietrich. He was a kid that was in the NICU when he was born, and he's 13 years old now, and he's one of our biggest fundraisers for the Radiothon. I mean, by the way, if he ever calls you and asks you for money, you're not getting off without donating something.
Yes.
But the biggest believers that we have are the people who have experienced the care here, and that speaks volumes about how dedicated our folks are. I'm I am so proud to work on behalf of the nurses and the doctors here who perform miracles with these children. You know, to see a child who's sick and facing something that I would never want to face, to see them with such joy, that doesn't happen by accident. It happens because, as Lisa said, these people are specially trained to go where the children are and to help pull them along. And so, you don't find assets like this in rural communities anywhere else in the country. This is very unique, and it's part of what makes the Appalachian Highlands such a special place.
Yeah, incredible bravery. Well, what an incredible day, and it's going to continue for the next day and a half here as we continue to raise money. Alan and Lisa, thank you so much for joining us. We'll give everybody the information. Again, here it is on your screen right now. If you would like to donate, multiple ways to do that. You can do that online, you can text the word KITE, or you can call this number right here on your screen. It is the Niswonger Children's Hospital Radiothon. We're going to take a break. We're back with more right after this.